Welcome back to Rotten Rust Garage. Last weekend I was out of town. I went down to South Carolina to help my brother out. He had to move, and I ended up helping him out by bringing home an old family friend. So today what I got to do is unload the old family friend over there, which we'll get into here in a few minutes. But before I can do that, I need the place to put the old family friend, so I got to get the old corn dog out of the way. And I got a lot of stuff in front of it and a lot of stuff in the front of it. So yeah, I got a mess to clean up, so I'm gonna work my way through that today, see if I can get this girl fired up. Shouldn't be too hard, just had her running a few months ago. And then I'll show you what I brought home to store for my brother, and we'll go through that a little bit. And that's not going to roll real easy, and I'll show you why here in just a little bit. So let me get started on moving out the corn dog and digging the stuff out from around it. Stay tuned. Idea if this battery has a charge on it or not, but we're about to find out. Now, I'm probably gonna have to prime up the old carburetor. Oh boy, left her connected. Well, let me go get some juice, throw it down the old neck, and let's see what happens. Give her a rip. Alright, that's a reach. Here's hoping she fires up. Go a little higher and see where that smoke rolls. Alright, let's see if we can get her to see if this battery's gonna do anything. Give it a twist. Alright. Yay, it lives. Did we pump anything in that 2 seconds? Nope. Hell, fuel tank's probably empty. Who really knows? Another little snort. I don't think I got very much in the float bowl, but let's give her another whip. It did fire up, so the battery's good. Running her out of gas. I'm gonna need more of this. Did we get any into the filter? Doesn't appear. Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we got fuel in the filter. That's good. Throw a little more down the throat and that should just about do it. Oh, 318's hard to kill, man. Reliability. See that far post, man. Oh, I cleared it. Seems like I'm gonna hit it, but I got like 60. Out of here. That'll do it. All right, so I'll show you what we got here. Just had a tarp on here for the rain the other night. Not that it really matters. We'll unwrap this beast. Oh, lots of water. That's good. So there you have it. 1973 Plymouth Barracuda. A little rough around the edges, I'd say, but definitely a keeper. So let me talk to you a little bit about this car. We'll take a quick walk around it. All right, I am cooking out here in this sun. So, as I mentioned, I was gone last weekend helping him move, loaded this car up and brought her home. So it's the next weekend now, just now getting it unloaded, hence the tarp over it. Rained a couple times this past week. But let me just show you around this whole girl. She's a beauty. So obviously original yellow, and it had the 1973/74 graphics all the way down the side, and it was really cool. You can see the yellow peeking through the primer. You can also see it start to get some surface rust. The fenders, pretty rock solid. Rockers, pretty good. A little bit of rot back there. Quarter panels, like all 70s Mopars early, they're gone. You can see the big racing wheels on the back of it. The trunk lid was shot, and it's now a junkyard blue piece of crap one that I gave him years and years ago, because the original one was just gone. Trunk's rotted, floor's rotted. You see a lot of pieces and parts missing, and we'll get to that, but we have them all. This one's where it got a little rougher, a little broken axle many years ago. That's what ultimately took her off the road. After too many times down the quarter mile, I think the left rear axle snapped while he was just driving it, cruising it. Worked itself out, and as the wheel departed the car, the axle and the wheel did their damage back here. No big deal. It was already bondoed up a little bit. You see the yellow peeking through there. So these big old fat things that are worthless are on there. They're very flat. I don't think I'm going to get this to roll very well. But as I mentioned, all the trim, there's a good bit of the trim in the back window deck. Used to race this up in Maryland at 75 and 80 dragaway, Monrovia, Maryland. I don't even know if that drag strip's still there. I fairly well doubt it, but it could be. This car needs total restoration, and there's a lot of the other pieces and parts of it. The windshield got smoked at some point. Yeah, but it was enough to come down I-95 at 75 miles an hour on a trailer. Yeah, bumpers, dash, front valence, seats, both the seats, back seats still in there, just stuffed full of pieces and parts, because we were just in the process of disassembly for restoration, floor repairs, getting it all back together when we had to move the first time. Now there's nobody home right now, as you can see, and since the front valence is missing and everything, all the latch mechanism's gone, so it's all unbolted. No big deal. Had to do some strappage to hold the hood in place. But this car came with a 318 904 automatic. It was I want to say it was a 904. You know what? I don't know. It's because it was gone. But it's a floor shifted car. It wasn't column shifted. And it had the power bulge hood, but it was not a CUDA. It was a Barracuda. And this is obviously this original hood that came with it. And got the inserts. They're sitting inside in my shop. But the engine is, that was in it that we replaced. My dad did it. Like in the mid 80s. He ripped the heart out of a 1969 Chrysler New Yorker. Beautiful four-door boat with a 16, well obviously its original motor, 69 440 with a forged crank, and he built that in the basement where we were living in Maryland at the time, and stuffed it in this old girl and took her to the drag strip, and she ran pretty respectable, probably 1250 was what he was dialed in at. I think at the time, and it may still be the case, I haven't been to the drag strip in many years, but if he broke out of 12 seconds, he had to start doing things to the car like maybe a cage. I'm not exactly positive, but that sounds about right, where you have to start adding other safety features that he wasn't going to do. Because we used to just drive the car, kind of a street strip thing. It was a lot of fun. I was 14, 15, and I loved being at the drag strip. The smell of the fuel, the tires, all the different cars. They were plentiful back in the 80s. I mean, you name it. It was hopped up and it was there, and it was, it was amazing. What a great time to be alive back then. Did that all summer and everything, but ultimately he gave the car to my brother for my brother's graduation gift, and he cruised it for a couple years until the axle departed, and then she got set aside. Life happens. Most of y'all may have probably been there, where you start having kids and the challenges that come with all that. So what we're going to do here is just unload it. I'm going to keep her safe and sound here for a little bit of time till he gets situated where he needs to be. Hey, there you go. It was down in North Carolina where my brother had it last registered, so that was in April of '89, and that's when the axle came out, sometime before April of '89, but it was maybe that January or something. I'd have to ask him, but anyhow, cool car, very cool car, and it's been in the family since 1984 or 5, I want to say. So had it forever. It's never going to it's never going to leave our hands. So right now the whole plan is just storage it, maybe tinker a little bit, try and get some preservation on some of the key spots that are starting to get a little ugly, particularly on original fenders. Really don't want to sacrifice these things. The repops are just, they're not the same. They don't fit the same. So yeah, I guess I'll get started unloading it. Now, just for grins, a little rub here. I'm just gonna see if I can get a little air in these tires. That's gonna make life a little easier today, but I'm not gonna hold out too much hope. It doesn't matter. It's gonna drag all over this. Let's see. And here in just a moment, the world's loudest little pancake compressor is gonna kick on, and we won't be able to talk anymore. Oh, the suspension doesn't like that. By the way, also, I actually chose to leave these deflated when we loaded it up, so that going down the highway after 2 or 3 hours, they didn't slowly lose all their air. Then my straps would be loose. So if they're deflated and you don't think they're going to hold air, don't fill them up, or let the air out once you get it loaded. Word. Ask me how I know. Boy, this tire is even worse than the other, but it's holding some air. Look at that. Now this car, it didn't run with these weld wheels. I don't know where he got these, but he got a full set of center lines. Ran slicks in the back, but the difference is, as many of you probably did in the 80s as well, ran with air shocks, right? And all the tubing for the air shocks were there, tubing, downzo. So yeah, we're just gonna rub along the fender. It's not gonna hurt anything at all of the fender or the tire. Both are garbage. But yeah, this is going to make it a little bit easier. Now, while it's up on the trailer, I am going to throw a tow strap around that back axle just in case I need it with the ATV and I can come from behind the shed. That's like 20 psi. I'm calling that good. And that way it's a little easier to get underneath of this thing right now with the tow strap. Once it's halfway down the ramp, I'm going to struggle to get underneath of there. Yep, so we're going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to dig that out of the car. Frame, I've seen worse. I see some bubbling right there in front of the spring perch. Layering off. One more tire here, front right. See if this one will hold anything. Oops, we got movement. Come on. Look at that. Very long. The valve stem's leaking too. The seat. Oh my gosh. I don't dare to put anything more in this thing. It is split wide open right here. 100%. Super. Now we're going to see how this goes as I try to steer and push. We're not really lined up with our, not really very well lined up with our ramps. Alright, we'll need a little more than that. Yeah. Nothing really good to push on. Where are you? Oh, I see. I gotcha. Okay. Gotta undo that one. The one holding the secondary holding the hood in place. Didn't realize that's binding the tires. Come on. Can't go eat. Come on, strap. Work with me. Don't be garbage like the rest of your friends. Yeah, this was a little insurance to make dang sure if that one split on that K-frame that's sharp that we didn't lose a hood. That would be bad. Indeed. Now it's probably going to roll a little easier. I need to cut the wheel up. Just a little. Alright. I'm making a mess out of this over here. I don't have enough tension on it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to undo and redo. Even going downhill, it doesn't want to roll worth of crap. Yeah, I got this winch all kind of messed up, which is awesome. The cars don't want to roll. I'll rewind that later. Just just a little more to go with this cut. Once it starts going down that ramp, it's going to want to go. I got to get it there first. What a workout. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Oh man, what a freaking mess that thing is. I don't have a heck of a lot of play here. Wow, this thing was loaded cockeyed. Is what it is. Alright, rear wheels are down. Looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull from the back. Oh, I didn't get enough cord to push from the front. And once the front comes, you all know it's just gonna. So let me think on it some. I'll put a block back there to stop it from rolling too far. All right, well, there you go. It's all pretty crooked, just ain't care. So it is what it is. I can reposition it when I got some more muscle over here, you know, push it back and forth, but don't really care. It's gonna get covered up. Now I just gotta clean up my mess, and we'll see you on the other side. So that's the 73 CUDA. You know, it is what it is. A little bit of a challenge to get it off that trailer, but you know, sometimes when you're working by yourself and you're hot and sweaty and you're trying to think of good ideas to help you out, you're your own worst enemy. Not a big deal. Got it off there. Happy to have the car stored safely here while my brother moves and gets settled in. Maybe not see a lot of that car in the near future, but we'll definitely see a lot of that car in the, you know, little more midterm future, let's say that. So that car's gonna be a lot of fun. Can't wait to get that thing going. Start cutting in, getting all the metal solid, just making that thing awesome again. Get it back to, what is that, FY1 yellow, top banana or something like that. Don't really know. Cool car. So thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the video, watching my pain, working by myself in the steamy heat. And you know, hope you enjoy the car, and we'll talk to you real soon. Thanks for watching, and have a great week.